All right, you guys, we are back in my beauty room, and today is part 2 of my Declutter series, and we are going to be tackling concealers. Now, the concealers that I've got are in this drawer right here, and it's looking like that. It's not looking good, you guys. I don't know how this has gotten to the point where it's at right now. So today is going to be the big day where I'm gonna have to go through all of these concealers. There are so many in here, you guys, and some of these have expired, others I just don't like. And then there are some that I might keep because they are still relevant to my channel. And I promise you, not every drawer is looking like this. I've got drawers that are so well organized, but I just don't know what happened to this. This one and the primer drawer, I think they are the worst ones, and I just really want to declutter them. So I'm going to take all of this out, spread it onto my desk, and then I'm going to see what I'm going to keep and what I'm going to be decluttering. So many concealers, I mean, so many. I think the best way to approach this declutter is if I'm just pulling out things out of this massive pile that I know I don't want to have anymore. Like, we're just going to go through this and I'm just going to pull out the things that I know are expired, the things that no longer make sense for me to keep for my channel. And then once those products are out of the way, I'm going to make a bin with my favorite concealers, the ones that I'm continuously using, and the ones that I'm just keeping for the sake of the channel. I think it's just going to make this a little bit easier, to be honest. All right, how about we start with some of these pot concealers? Because honestly, I don't even love pot concealers that much, especially the ones that I have. I don't really like them. And I think a lot of these are actually expired. So maybe let's start with these RMS concealers right here. So these pot concealers are called Uncover Up. I've got this in the shade 22 and 11, and honestly, I never really liked this formula. I really hope that RMS Beauty can come out with like a doe foot, more traditional concealer than these pot concealers. These concealers were a little bit too greasy for my liking. Like, they were really slippery and oily, and honestly, they have expired. So I need to get rid of them. Another one that I can get rid of is this one by Hint Beauty. And this one is so old, and I don't think the shade was working for me. I don't even know. I think the shade is a little bit yellow. I mean, I did use this a little bit, but look at that. That has gone rancid. This is so old. At this point, this might be like 5 years old. So this is gonna go. This one is by Studio 78. And to be honest with you, I don't think I ever liked this concealer. I think I got a wrong shade. I don't even know. Yeah, this was the wrong shade. This is way too deep. I don't even know if they are still a brand, if this brand still does exist. This is a French brand. But anyway, this has no relevance on my channel, and I did not enjoy this. And it was the wrong shade. So let's move on to this one. I've got this also in 2 shades. Airy Paris Arnica Concealer. Oh my gosh, these are so old. Jesus. I had this in the shade Latte, and I had this in the shade Honey. So old. These just need to go because they're so old. I used them for a little bit, but again, I was never really that convinced about them. So I don't know. This was just not really my type of product. Here's the shade Latte. I think that was a little bit too light. So these can go. Another one that has to go is this one by the Canadian brand Elate. Very old product. Oh. Look at that. That is, honestly, that's disgusting. I mean, I used this for a little bit there. This was very pink, very fair. This was the shade CC1. I don't even know if this product is still available. Maybe not. I would assume that they have gotten rid of this concealer. I'm not sure, but this just has to go. Ooh, this one also needs to go. So this Elima Pure, what was this called? Cream Concealer. This was so yellow. This was the shade Echo. This was just way too yellow. Like, this shade does not match me whatsoever. So I never even enjoyed using this. And yeah, this just wasn't great. So old and has to go. Also has no relevance on my channel anymore. This was one that I honestly loved. This is the 100% Pure Long Last Concealer. I have this in the shade White Peach, and I really enjoyed this. It had great coverage, it looked beautiful on my skin, it looked great underneath the eyes, and also the shade was really good. I really liked this formula, but after a while, you know, there were new things coming into my collection. So this one, I have to declutter it just because it's very, very old. But if I could repurchase a cream concealer in a pot, it would be this one. This was actually great, by 100% Pure. I'm not sure what they are up to these days. I hope they're doing fine. Okay, so the next one, I think I have to get rid of this. This has dried out. This is by Jane Iredale. It's their concealer in the shade Enlighten 1. It's more of like a color corrector. It had like this peachy sort of shade to it. This is also not a bad product, to be honest. This was all right, but I don't think this is safe to use anymore. Like, this just has to go. And then I also have this one, Circle Delete 1. This concealer had 2 different shades. And yeah, I mean, this was also an okay formula for one of these like pot concealers. I did not mind this formula whatsoever, but it's just so old, so I'm just gonna have to get rid of this. To look at this, I don't know what happened. Mine looks blue. This packaging used to be white. Also, Lila B is out of business, unfortunately. I really liked this concealer, but not as a concealer, but this used to be my eye primer for years on end, and then Lila B just, you know, closed their doors. And this looks like it has never been touched. Is this still good? Honestly, this does not even smell bad. I don't know. What shade is this? Be Bright. Do I want to get rid of this? Do you know what? I might just hold on to this and see if this is still good. Although I don't think so. But because it's untouched, I'm just going to keep it for now and see if I can get any use out of this at all, if it's still safe to use. I mean, I would not recommend doing this, but I don't even know. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it for now. One that I'm going to keep out of these pot concealers, just due to the fact that it's a little bit newer still, is this REM Beauty Concealer. I'm not saying that I'm the biggest fan of this product, but it's not that bad. I could use this to spot conceal and stuff. I've got mine in the shade Light 7C. Just going to show you this. So here is the shade Light 7C. It's an okay shade. It's pretty pink, which I like. So I'm going to hold on to this because it's not that old and it's still good. It's still safe to use. Do we have more pot concealers? Oh my gosh, yeah. I actually do see this one. So Rituel de Fille. They used to have this concealer right here. I had this in the shade Galatea, which was the wrong shade. This was very yellow. Look at that. That is so yellow. Never liked this shade, so this one can go. This one I actually like. And this one is a different shade. This is the shade Ceres something. This was a little bit peachier. I really, really liked this concealer. Honestly, a great formula. This was something that I would use quite a lot. And I don't think I'm going to hold on to it though, because it is quite old. And they also recently came out with these new concealers that I just filmed a video with them. Wait a second. Here they are. I've got them in 2 shades. One that is a little bit too light. So this is their new, what is this called? Soft Sorcery Weightless Serum Concealer. So this is the shade 121 and this is the shade 126. So they came out with these new concealers. I'm not the biggest fan, I've got to admit that, but they are brand new. They are literally one of the newest addition to my collection. So I'm not going to get rid of them because they are still relevant, but I'm not that impressed with this formula. Gotta be honest, it's really thick and it's just not looking great underneath my eyes. I could use this on my face as a spot concealer. But honestly, I've got to say, I did prefer this formula. And I don't know if they are still making these cream concealers or not. So as of right now, I'm going to declutter this, although I preferred this over this newer formula. But I'm going to hold on to these newer concealers just due to the fact that they are brand new and they are still relevant to my channel. Okay, something that I really want to get rid of that I see in this pile are these bloody concealers here. These are the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealers. I really dislike this formula, and I also really dislike all of these shades. None of them really worked for me. This one might have been the best one. This was light peach. This was medium peach. Look at how yellow that is though. That is just such an ugly color. And this was light ivory, which was way too light. I really dislike this formula. This formula gave me just my under eyes looked like porridge, and also these products just spoiled so quickly. These are not that old, so I'm gonna get rid of these e.l.f. concealers. And I think I've got more e.l.f. concealers that I could get rid of. Oh, here is another offender. This is the 16-hour Camo Concealer Matte Finish in the shade Light Beige. Oof. So yellow. Never really liked this formula, and this just has to go. It's not a great product. At least on me, I cannot make these e.l.f. concealers work. Also this one. There is another one here. Light Ivory. See, another problem where I could not find my shade match, and I ended up buying quite a lot of these, and then at the end of the day I gave up on them. I honestly gave up on them. I really want them to work, but I just do not like them. Really don't. So I'm gonna get rid of them. I bet you I've got another e.l.f. product here somewhere. Oh yeah, I've got another e.l.f. concealer. This one is the Flawless Brightening Concealer. Awful. This was even worse than the other ones. This was one with a brush. Like, this came with this weird brush. Like, listen, you guys, this was so bad. This was one of the worst concealers I've ever worn underneath my eyes. This was just, oh no, this was falling apart. It was so thin. It just looked awful. I'm gonna declutter this, although this might still be good. But I just really dislike this formula. There was nothing about this that I liked. This was honestly one of the worst concealers I've ever tried. So I'm just gonna have to let this one go. One that I'm gonna be keeping by e.l.f. is this one. A blue color corrector. I don't know if this is gonna work on me or not. I recently purchased this. I still have to try this one out. I wanna try this out on some products that might pull a little bit too warm on me. Yeah, so we're gonna hold on to that e.l.f. product. Ooh, okay, these by Item Beauty. So I've got this in the shade 220 and another shade 200. I used to love this concealer. I actually did empty, I think like 3 of them. And Item Beauty is no longer. This has gone bad. It used to be one of my all-time favorite concealers. And I think this was a beautiful product. It's kind of a shame that they are not around anymore, because this would be something that I would still use, but I have to just get rid of this. It has expired by now. They are no longer a brand. This product is really not relevant to me anymore. But yeah, so sayonara. Oh, some other concealers that I really want to get rid of are these by Rose Inc. I also have way too many shades. Wait, there's another one here. I have this in Alex 080. I've got this in Alex 020. And I have this in Alex 040. And I've got one Alex 030. So the thing is with these, I purchased so many shades because I just got so many mismatches, and I did use them for a while there. They are not bad, but I'm not sure what's going on with Rose Inc. They are phased out of Sephora. I know that they got acquired and the founder is no longer with them. So I don't know what the future holds for this brand. This was very hydrating, very, very creamy underneath my eyes. I could make this work. It was never like my all-time favorite concealer, my all-time favorite formula ever. It had great coverage though, but it's nothing that I would be like, oh my gosh, I need these again in my life. So I think for that reason, I'm just gonna say goodbye to them and I'm gonna declutter them. What else is here? Honest Beauty. Okay, I do have another shade of this somewhere. Honest Beauty, these have expired. They are not looking great anymore. I actually really like this formula. I wasn't the biggest fan of the shades that I had. None of them were perfect shade matches. And I really thought this formula was lovely. But yeah, these don't look good anymore. Although this was an amazing formula. I really like these, but they have to go. They are so old. Oh my gosh, I want to get rid of this one. This was the Say Hydra Beam Concealer. Oh, this was such a mess. Did not give me any coverage. It just looked horrible. Crease upon application. I never, ever, ever liked these. I think, were they in one of my worst of videos? Most likely. They are just really bad and I don't need to hold on to this. This is gonna get decluttered. Okay, I've got two by Gabrielle. I think they are still around as a brand. I thought this was an okay concealer. This shade was definitely more suitable for me. This is the shade medium and this is the shade light. Light was just a little bit too yellow in undertone. This really did not stand out to me too much. It's not like it's a bad concealer, but it's also not a great concealer. So I'm gonna get rid of them just for the fact that they are so old and yeah, they just need to go. Oh my gosh, another brand that we just currently lost, and I feel like this is a little bit tragic. Aaron's Faces. Do you guys remember this concealer? This was not a bad product whatsoever. I don't think the shade was 100% for me. That was one of the reasons why I never like reached for this on a regular basis. But the product itself was really good. But unfortunately, the owner did announce that they are going to shut down this brand. So they are closing down and they are no longer, I mean, this has also kind of expired. So I'm going to get rid of this one. Something that I never ever could make work for myself is this one by Rare Beauty. This is their, what's this called? This is their under eye brightener in light medium. I never liked this. Look at this applicator. It's such a mess. It's like a metal tip. Like honestly, this formula, it's so thin. It did not give me any coverage underneath my eyes. I don't know. This is not for me. This is not what I'm looking for in an under eye brightener. It's just not my thing. Never liked it. So I'm gonna get rid of this. On the topic of Rare Beauty, I do have her normal concealer here. Look at that. I mean, I love this. I love this so much. This was the shade 200C. I mean, I really did use a lot of this. And this is a great concealer. This has great coverage, always looked amazing on my skin. But it just is very old. It's very old, very loved and used. And I think I'm gonna just have to get rid of it right now. And possibly in the future, this would be something that I would repurchase. I'm gonna let this one go just due to the fact that it's very old, but I love it. I love it. It's a good, good, good concealer. What else do I want to get rid of? Oh, okay, here we go. They need to go. Never liked the original formula of the Cover FX concealer. These are so old. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe that I still have these. They have to go. I honestly think we are going to be losing Cover FX. This is the reformulated concealer. I do have a video where I used these. There was one person who commented underneath my video that I was applying way too much of this concealer. I know. You know, I'm sometimes guilty of that. But also with a really good concealer, I can just blend it out. And if I use a sponge to blend things out, it's not so much of a biggie. But also when I use very, very little of this product, it still does crease on me. And these shades don't work for me. It's really a problem with the shades and with the formula. And I just don't like this. I'm sorry, I don't like it. Maybe someone else would actually like this because this is also not that old. Let me actually get another bin and I could definitely pass these on. Okay, so this is not even a concealer. This was just a tester for the NASA Myrix Vision Cream Cover in NO2. Until this day, I have not found a good shade match with that product. This is actually more of a foundation product, but it's just like a tester. Same with this. Oh my gosh, we have to get rid of this. Look at that mess. Oh my God, okay. I think I purchased this to mix in with things that were too dark on me, like foundations and stuff. I'm gonna get rid of these two. I mean, they are too old. I did not even remember that I had them. They just got buried underneath this pile. Okay, something else that I do want to get rid of because these just don't look very healthy anymore. These were by Make Beauty. I have this in the shade 03 Light C. And this was the shade, oh, the sticker has worn off. Well, it's just fallen off. I don't even know, but this looks a lot deeper. This was a concealer that did not give me that much coverage. I was not very impressed with this in general. And I feel like Make products tend to really just go bad quickly. And at this point in time, they are also quite old. So I'm just going to get rid of them. My declutter bin is almost full. Oh my gosh. What else do I want to declutter? I want to declutter this one. This is by Fenty Beauty and this is the Wear Even Hydrating Longwear Concealer. Well, this had no longevity. This says that it's going to expire after 6 months of opening this up. So just be warned about that. This has 0 longevity and it's a really bad concealer. I really did not enjoy this. This creased, it just did not look flattering underneath my eyes. Also, this shade was a lot lighter, 200C. It's actually my foundation shade, but it was significantly lighter than my foundation, like a lot lighter. And I don't love that. And also, they did not really have like a cool undertone in any of the shades that were a little bit deeper, like a light to medium. They did not have like a cool undertone. So I was like, you know what? Whatever. I don't even like this formula. And I'm just going to get rid of this because I don't want to pass this on. And this has just gone rancid on me so quickly. And it's just not a good concealer. Another one that I don't like is this one by Milk Makeup. This is the Future Fluid. I've got this in a good shade match though, 11C. I mean, I like the packaging and everything, but this was just kind of thick if I remember this correctly. This was just this really thick consistency. And yeah, I wasn't impressed by this. I don't think I would want to use this one because this really does not smell great anymore. So I'm just gonna declutter this. Okay, let's see. What are we left with? All right, so this is also one that I just don't like. This is the Jane Iredale concealer, whatever they are called. This is the shade 6N and this is the shade 7W. None of these shades are perfect for me. So this formula really does remind me of another concealer that I don't like and you're gonna be shocked, but it's this one. It's almost the exact same thing, but I do prefer the shade that the Tower 28 concealer has. And I do prefer the price point of the Tower 28 concealer. Whereas this is quite pricey and this creased on me, never looked great on me, never really liked this. I was a little bit disappointed in this product. I don't know if I should keep these or not. I'm so tempted to get rid of them. But then I'm like, Jane Iredale, they are gonna come out with a foundation very soon. And I don't know if this is going to be relevant or not on my channel, but they also have quite an amazing concealer. And it's this one. This is their Under Eye Concealer in the shade, I don't know, what is this shade? I don't even know what shade I have. I think I have like shade 1 or something. This product right here, this is so good. I really like this concealer so much better. This comes also with an SPF. It is a lot pinker. The shade is so much better. So I would definitely recommend this one over these. But I might just keep both of them. I'm just going to keep these products just for the sake of the channel, but I don't really love them. Let's just do it that way. This is by Catrice. It is from the drugstore. This was from their Clean ID line. I don't think they are making this product anymore. I think this product has gotten discontinued. I think this entire line is no longer, and it's quite old. So I think I'm going to get rid of it. This was the shade, what was it? 025 Warm Peach. I actually really like this. This was a great concealer from the drugstore. Kind of like a hidden gem. So, but anyway, I have to get rid of it because it's just so old. The next one, Tower 28. I mean, I was just talking about it when I talked about the Jane Iredale concealers. This is the shade K-Town. This concealer always creases on me. I don't really love this. I know a lot of you like this product, but I'm gonna keep it because it still might be relevant on my channel, although I don't love it. So that's another one that I'm just gonna keep. You know, I don't want to declutter everything. I do want to keep some things because otherwise, if I would need them and I don't have them anymore, maybe I would be upset about it. So I'm just gonna hold on to this, although, you know, it's not my favorite thing. I have this Bare Minerals Liquid Mineral Concealer. This is still in the box. I think this is unopened and it was just the wrong shade, so I can pass this one on. I mean, it's brand new, so I'm gonna hold on to this and give this to someone else. I knew I had more Bare Minerals concealers. I just showed you this one by Bare Minerals. Well, this was the correct shade. This is the shade Light to See. I don't like this formula. I think I'm just gonna hold on to this for the channel if I would do my Bare Minerals full face video. I know I still have to do it. I've been saying it for like over a year. I think the time has come where I really want to do it. But I'm just going to hold on to this for a little bit longer and then I'm going to declutter it just to show you in the video. And this is another concealer. Complexion Rescue Brightening Concealer in the shade Light Cashew. Ah, this was not great. I also did not love this product. This is also such a bizarre packaging for a concealer. It's a very strange product. I want to play around with it a little bit more. I use it twice now, but this one is also on the chopping board. I don't think that this is going to survive in my collection, to be honest. However, they have an amazing concealer and it's this brand new one. I love this. This is the Bare Pro 16-Hour Wear Concealer. This is a little bit newer. I think I even had this in my Best of Beauty, if I'm not mistaken, because this is amazing. This is a fantastic concealer. I've got this in 2 shades. I have this in the shade Fair 150 Cool and Medium 300 Cool. This concealer is going to be part of the bin where I'm going to be putting the concealers in that I actually love and I use. And so this is amazing. Okay, I feel like I'm seeing 2 more that I want to get rid of. This one, Catrice True Skin High Cover Concealer. This one, it wasn't that great. I think I just decluttered another one by Catrice, and that was the Clean ID one. That one I did prefer over this. I feel like this one is a little bit too hydrating for me. Also the shade, what shade is it? Cool Cashmere, way too light. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. Okay, I almost like did not see this one. This one was hiding in here. This is one of these lipstick concealers by Zeo Organic. I don't know, this is very old. Of course this has expired, so let's not even talk about this one. Oh, there is another one that I have to get rid of. This is another Clean ID by Catrice. And another shade. This is a different shade. This was the shade 010 Neutral Sand. I mean, I like this one, but I think Warm Peach was a better shade match. So, of course, I'm going to declutter this one too. I do see more that I want to declutter. This one, Fit Glow Beauty in the shade C 2.5. This is just too old for me to keep. This is not necessarily a bad product. It's a little bit on the thicker side, but I don't necessarily mind this, but it's just really, really, really old. And these days, I do think I've got some formulas that I do prefer over this one. Yeah, this smells terrible. This smells of Play-Doh. This just smells like your rancid lipstick at this point in time. It has to go. I think this might be 5 years old. Yeah. So we're gonna get rid of it. Ooh, oh man, this kind of breaks my heart. This was the brand Complex Culture Led Up Concealer in the shade L200. This brand is no longer in business. They made some beautiful products, but I think this has gone bad and it has absolutely zero relevance on my channel anymore. Yeah, this smells terrible. So I'm gonna let go of this. Okay, so this ColourPop concealer, pretty fresh, in the shade Light 40N. It's a little bit too light for me. I don't think this has gone bad. This is still not that old. So maybe I'm gonna pass this on to one of my friends if they want this, because honestly, I just used this once and I was like, oh no, the shade is way too light. So I've got some other concealers by ColourPop right here. Oh, I love these. These were the ColourPop No Filter concealers. Man, these are so good. They are actually really, really good. But I think ColourPop has now discontinued them. I've got this in the shade 20L medium and light 14 something. And yeah, I'm gonna hold on to them. They are amazing. I really love them. Great drugstore concealers. Oh, here is another one. I don't think I'm gonna keep this. This is also a little bit older. This is by Wonder Beauty. It's the Dualist Concealer. So you have a liquid concealer right here on this side. And then you have one of these lipstick concealers like that. I did prefer the lipstick over this one. But I'm not sure if they are still making this product. So I don't think this is relevant to my channel at all. I recently tried out one of their new eyeshadow palette releases, but I think I'm gonna let this one go. Just because it's quite old. Ah yeah, this does not smell great anymore. I'm just gonna have to let this one go. It wasn't a bad product, but again, not my favorite concealer in the world. So this is just gonna get decluttered. I feel like we are at a point of the declutter where I don't really want to declutter that much anymore. Some of these are going to go into the bin where I'm going to be putting concealers that I absolutely adore and that I use so much. And the other ones are going to go with the ones that might still be relevant to my channel, but that I don't necessarily love 100%. Let's talk about this one. This NYX. This is pretty new. This is the Pro Fix Stick. This is like a pink stick concealer. And I tried this out once. I don't know, I wasn't that crazy about it, but I still have to try this out a little bit more. Another one that is, I wish I could declutter this. But it's just, I feel like I don't want to declutter this just yet. If I would ever do a full face of the NASA Myrix, and I would be mad if I would declutter it and if I had to spend some money on this again. I don't like this. I don't understand how anybody can like this. This is called Lift and Flex Concealer. It's in the shade number 5. I don't think this shade match is good. And this concealer is so dry. It's so dry underneath my eyes. I really don't like it. It's creasing, it's crease central, and yeah, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm just gonna keep it for now. I know. But I've decluttered so much already, so I'm gonna keep that one. Let's talk about some other ones. Ooh, Kosas. Wait, I've got some Kosas ones here. So this is the Revealer Concealer. Oh, I have this in 2 shades, 2.5 and 2.6C. So I do think that 2.6 is the newest edition. They came out with some more pink undertones, but to be honest, really, that's not that pink, is it? Those undertones. This entire line of concealers leans so yellow in undertone that even if you get a cool undertone, it's pretty damn neutral. So 2.5, I'm gonna get rid of this for sure, and I'm gonna keep the other shade because this one is a little bit newer. Let me actually Smell that though. I mean, it's a little bit pink, right? Yeah, this is still good. I'm gonna keep this. This is very creamy. It's not my favorite concealer in the world, but I can somehow make this work, especially if I want to apply this onto my face. If I use it underneath my eyes, it's creasing a little bit because it's just too hydrating. It's one of those offenders, but it's not the worst thing I've ever tried, and I just want to keep it. It's Kosas. For some reason, this concealer, I don't know, I just have a soft spot for it. And Kosas recently came out with these color correctors. They are somewhere, they're right here. So this is interesting, man. This is a different formula. This is much thinner and much more pigmented, in my opinion. So I have this in the shade Magic, which is this very fair pink undertone. This is proper pink. And Illusion. Love this shade here, this shade in particular, the very fair pink one. If I want to like brighten up something, or if I want to mix this into a foundation that is too deep on me, this is actually brilliant to do that with because it's so pigmented. It's definitely gonna help with that. And the thing is, if I apply it like that onto my skin, it's showing up white because my skin on my face is quite pink already. And this pink corrector does not correct anything, but it's going to leave me with a little bit of white. That's it. So I do use this more either like really in my inner corner of my eyes, just a dab, or I'm going to put this into some foundations, but this definitely has a reason to belong into my collection. So this shade right here matches me quite well. It's almost like the exact same shade as some of my concealers that do match me well. I'm going to hold on to this for now because also this is still new and, you know, this is still very much relevant to my channel. Oh gosh, this one. Let me talk about this Westman Atelier. What's this called? Vital Skincare Concealer. Oh, this is the shade. What shade is this? Atelier L4. Ugh, I don't know. Has great coverage. Has great coverage. I will give it that. It's one of these deceptive concealers. And also this shade is not great. Pretty yellow for a peach undertone. I don't know, my camera's not focusing. I'm so sorry. Very, very expensive, this product. I'm gonna hold on to this because it's not that old yet. But if I put this underneath my eyes, it's gonna look good at first. And then as my day progresses, I feel like this just does not wear very well. Like it's not looking that flattering at the end of my day. It just looks a little bit like thick porridge. It's not looking that good. So I'm just gonna hold on to this because it's still pretty new, but in all honesty, would not recommend this. It's just too expensive, you know. I know I just showed you the pink stick. I've actually have these NYX Can't Stop One Stop concealers in two different shades. I got the shade Vanilla, the light one, and this is the shade Natural. I think I have to do a mixing situation here with these two, but they are not bad. For a drugstore concealer, I don't mind them. I'm gonna keep these NYX, how do you say it? I always say NYX, I think it's NYX. These are still not that old and they are also relevant to my channel, so I'm gonna hold on to them. A newer product that I'm currently testing out is this one. Jouer, what's this called? High Coverage Liquid Concealer. I've got this in two shades. I've got this in the shade Toast and I have this in the shade Custard. I tried this out once. They are still very much new in my collection, but oh my gosh, did I not like this. This was weird. This was a strange formula. I have to try this again. I'm gonna hold on to this for now because they're still new, but man, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna like these or not. I expected something different. I have to play with these a little bit more, so they're gonna stay. So the same thing goes for these concealers by Makeup by Mario. They are still pretty new to my collection. I have this in the shade 220 and 240. I really don't mind this. I've tried this a couple of times now. I still have to play around with this a little bit more. I have tried out so many concealers that are worse than this. So I think it's good. I really need a bin for things that I need to try out more. I have two shades of this Yenza Super Serum Silk Concealer. I also have to do a little bit of a mixing situation here with these. This is the shade Light 2 and this is the shade Light 1. Light 1 has a better undertone, has more pink, but it's way too light. And Light 2 has the wrong undertone, but it has the correct depth level. So it's a little bit of, yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. This is actually a beautiful concealer. I really like this concealer. Really beautiful product, like it. I don't like their foundation. Their foundation, really did not work out for me, but these concealers are great. Now, what else do we have here? We have two of these Laura Mercier concealers. I've got this in the shade 2C2 and I have it in the shade 3N1. This is the Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Concealer and I really like this. It's very thin though. Like this is definitely a typical serum concealer texture, lightweight on the skin. This looks actually okay underneath the eyes and yeah, I like it and that's why this is gonna stay. This is also quite relevant to my channel. So I'm gonna just keep it because it's a beautiful concealer. Oh, another NYX. I should have just done these NYX concealers one after the next one. This is the Bear With Me Concealer Serum. This is not great. I definitely do prefer the Constop One Stop Concealer so much over this one. This is very thin. Like it's very thin. It has barely any coverage, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna hold on to this and play with this a little bit more. I also want to hold on to this in case I would, you know, create a full face of NYX products. So I'm just gonna hold on to this, although I don't really love it that much. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep it. You know, I don't want to declutter this. Here are some by Illamasqua. I like this. It's not necessarily my all-time favorite concealer in the world, but these are still pretty new. I'm so scared that this brand is gonna shut down. I hope not. I only recently uploaded a full face of Illamasqua. This is a British brand. I'm gonna hold on to these. What shade is this? M1 and L3. Yeah, they are okay. They're not bad. So I'm just gonna hold on to them. Another one of these Click Pan concealers is this really expensive one here by Victoria Beckham. I made an entire video on this and it's not bad, but it's also, it's just not that great for it. The price point. They are charging so much for this. I don't know why. Maybe of the skincare ingredients. It's just so messy. I just wish this would give me more coverage. I have to use so much of this. And honestly, this does not contain a lot of product. Like it has such little product in here and it's the most expensive concealer I think that I've ever purchased. I can make this one work, but I would not necessarily tell anybody to run out and buy this. I wish he could come out with a normal liquid concealer with a doe foot applicator and with some coverage. Like she should have named this like differently than concealer pan. She should have called this tinted under eye brightening product or care product, something along those lines, but not a concealer. So I'm just gonna have to keep it though. I love this. I really love this. I've emptied this multiple times, but I think I've got a shade here, Shell. This shade right here, I think this is too light. Maybe I could pass this one on. I'm gonna pass this one on because this is actually great. Mine is, again, it's almost empty. I love this. This is the shade Ballet, and Ballet is just such a good shade match. Yeah, man, this is like literally almost empty. I don't know if you can see that. If my camera would focus, you could probably see that. I don't know if I can still get some out, but I mean, I got a fresh one and I think I'm just gonna have to declutter this. But I love this concealer. This is a beautiful, underrated concealer, and I did not even tell you what it is. This is by Lawless, and it's the Conceal the Deal concealer. I think this is beautiful, has great coverage, looks amazing underneath my eyes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful formula. One that I have emptied multiple times, one that I really rely on, and I just love it. I love it. This is a great product, really, really good. I have two of these Tarte concealers. I have the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape Concealer. I mean, Ultra Creamy is the formula. And I also have a Shape Tape Radiant. This is the exact same shade. Look at that difference though. What is going on? This is the shade 27B. It looks so much deeper in the Radiant version than in the Ultra Creamy version. I don't think that this is anything special. Honestly, this is just an okay concealer. Not the best, not the worst, but I'm gonna hold on to them. They are still not that old, and I'm just gonna hold on to them. Not saying that I'm gonna be putting them with my favorite concealers, but they're okay. I don't think they are that great, but yeah, I'm gonna hold on to them, see if I can get more use out of them as well. But let's talk about this one by Kiko Milano. This is still a little bit newer. This is actually called Full Coverage 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer, and this is the shade CR20. So Cool Rosy 20. I like this. It's not bad. I use this like a concealer or to spot conceal. It's still pretty new in my collection, so I've not like reviewed this on my channel just yet. Kiko Milano is quite an affordable brand, so I'm gonna hold on to this. It's not bad. I'm still testing it out, but as of right now, yeah, I've nothing too negative to say about it. It's okay. What is this though? Oh my gosh, not this one. This is by a brand called Rodial. It's the Diamond Concealer. I don't think this is a good shade. This is the shade 20. I think this is so yellow. This is, ooh, this is very yellow. I think this is a shade mismatch, and I don't think they've got a shade that will like match me. I have to look into this. As of right now, I think I'm gonna pass this one on because it's not that old. But yeah, someone else can maybe get use out of this. We're gonna be moving on to my favorite concealers. This one is old. It's old, but I really like this one. And this is by Airy Paris, and it's the Lychee Cream Concealer. This is such a good shade match. What shade is this? Doesn't say it on here. Well, great. I don't think they have a great shade range. I can't remember which shade I am. I'm sorry. This is very, very pretty. It's very radiant though, and it's very old. But I keep on holding on to this because sometimes I just use this. There's a lot of product in here, 10 milliliters, wow. I also don't think it has gone bad, but it's very old. It's very old, but I'm still gonna hold on to it. And I might even replace this one because I really like this. Another one that is old, and I feel like I should really like replace this at some point, but I really like this. This is by Vive Beauty. It's the Modern Radiance Concealer. I love this concealer. It's really, really good. It has great coverage, looks really flattering on my skin. My favorite shade is Light 5. So I don't know why I have medium 3. This is way too dark. I mean, you can see this one is the one that got a lot of like use. This is also quite a thick concealer, to be honest with you. Let me actually do a little bit of a sniff test. It still smells fine. It has quite a thick texture. I'm gonna hold on to this, but maybe I have to replace it. This also has a cool undertone, which I really like. So I really love this. Let's talk about these Too Faced products. I don't think I've ever talked about them on my channel just yet. It's because they're quite new. This is the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This is not meant to put underneath the eyes. This is so thick. I think this is seriously just meant to clean up some sculpting, to use on your face. It has great coverage, but it looks atrocious underneath the eyes. It's just not a good formula to put underneath the eyes. So that's also not how I'm using this, but it's still pretty new in my collection. And I'm gonna hold on to this. This is the shade Nude. So yeah, this is gonna stay. I also have this one. I really like this. This is to put underneath your eyes, you guys. This is the Born This Way Ethereal Light Illuminating Smoothing Concealer in the shade Oatmeal. It also has a little bit of a pinky undertone. I like it. This is so new. I'm still testing this one out. I also ordered her concealer with the puff. So I have to see. This is by Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Magic Vanish Color Corrector Concealer, something like that. This is the shade Fair. And it's like a beautiful shade. It's quite creamy, a little bit slippery. It's not bad. I've only tried this out once, so I need to give this more tries. But I really want to get into Charlotte Tilbury, and I really want to film an entire review on her products. So yeah, I'm testing this one out currently. I don't want to get rid of it. Let's talk about Huda Beauty. I have two shades in her normal concealer. This is the Faux Filter Concealer. I have this in the shade Marmalade 3.3B. This one right here and the shade Vanilla Swirl 3.1B. Both of these are really good shade matches. One of them I use more in the summertime, the other one more in the winter time. But both of these are really, really good. I like this concealer. Great coverage, looks amazing on my skin. Not too thick, not too thin, just beautiful. Absolutely stunning formula. And I also, my gosh, I love this, but this has to stand in my drawer because this one is leaking if I put it like down. That's why it looks like just kind of disgusting. But this is the Faux Filter Corrector in the shade Cherry Blossom. This is a lifesaver for me. I mix this into everything that is not pink enough, like into every foundation. I put a couple of dots on my concealers if my concealers are too yellow or something, and this will just save the day. This is such a good product. Like this was something, and this is truly pink, you guys. I gotta show you this. The shade is amazing. It's not too fair. It's not too deep. It's perfect. It's perfect for me. I really love it. It's perfect. It's so good. This is good, but the packaging is leaking. So I have to put this upright. I can't have this lying around for too long. Love these. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to keep them. So let's talk about these Hourglass concealers. Why do I have 5 shades? Oh my goodness. I just recently reviewed some of their newer shades that they have come out with. This shade is not great. Maybe I could pass this on to someone else. This is the shade Sapphire. This is looking yellow. So this one, I'm going to pass this on because I have barely used this. So this is still usable. Ooh, I'm going to keep all of these. I'm going to keep all of them. I've got this one. This is the shade Pearl. You can tell. I mean, I've been using this so much. You know, this is not my favorite under eye product by no means or any of that. I love this for spot concealing and I love using this to clean up my eyeshadow. So this is very much full coverage and that's why I love it. I really love it. It's a little bit too dry to be put underneath my eyes. The formula is a little bit too dry. This is a newer shade. This is the shade Drift. And I also have this newer shade Ecru 3.5. Their cool undertones are not cool. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Hourglass, but this is not a great new cool undertone. This looks beige and borderline yellow. This one is the shade Cedar. This is their lightweight cool undertone shade. I've used this shade Cedar so much. Like, I use this a lot. But I'm going to hold on to these 4 and I'm going to get rid of that shade Sapphire. Somebody else may enjoy that. But yeah, I like these. Oh, and there's another one by Hourglass. What is this? Oh, this is also Cedar. I think I was trying out this shade and then I purchased the full size. I can get rid of this. This is so old. This was a mini like testing product. Kind of neat that they are doing that. But yeah, this is the same shade. I mean, I have the full size, so why am I holding on to this? This is probably so old. I got rid of that. Raphi, this is their concealer in the shade 07. I like this a lot. I used this a lot, and this was one of the best concealers that was released last year. I really like it. It is nice. It's hydrating without being too hydrating, without being too over the top creamy. Has a lovely texture. It's not too thick. It's not too thin. It's kind of perfect. I like it. So I'm going to hold on to this. This is really not a bad product. I really also like the shade. Oh, and then this one, Makeup Forever. This is the shade 2.3R. This is their HD Skin Smooth and Blur Undetectable Concealer. Really good concealer, but this has not the best coverage. Not the best coverage, but somehow I can still make this one work. I really like it. I like the texture. I like how this looks. This barely creases. I mean, this is just a really good one. So I'm going to like keep this, hold on to it because I'm using this. And yeah, I really have enjoyed this. These are the best ones. So I kept them for last. I mean, my Natasha Denona ones. Hell, I'm not going to declutter them. I'm going to keep all of these 3 shades. I actually did empty an entire R5 one. I feel like I emptied 2 of them. So this is my 3rd R5 shade. This is like my best shade match. And I have 2 shades that are a little bit lighter. This is R4 and this is RN 3. It really depends on like the season, but R5 is the one that looks the closest to my skin tone most of the time. Maybe not in the midst of winter, but definitely in every other season, this is just the best shade match, R5. So I love this. It's hydrating, it's not too light, it's not too thick, it's just a perfect texture. Makes my skin look beautiful. I forgot to say what this is called. This is the High Glam Concealer, of course. Absolutely love it, love it, love it. One of my all-time favorite concealers. This is not going to go anywhere. And I mean, I have 3 shades. And all of these 3 shades I'm going to use at some point. But yeah, I love them. Love them. Amazing concealers. Amazing. And we are left with my number 1 concealer. I just fell in love with this. This is so good. This might be my all-time favorite one. Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tag Concealer. But man, I love these concealers. This is the shade 22 Light Medium Peach, and this is the shade 12 Light Rosy. Their peach undertone is pretty pink, so it works really, really well on my skin tone. And sometimes I also mix these two. 12 Light Rosy is a little bit too light on its own, so I really do need this. I don't understand how this is not empty yet. Like this, I use this so much, and I keep on thinking, how is it possible that I can still get some product out of this? I don't understand this sorcery. I really don't. This should be empty by now, but it's not. It's still giving. It might be that this doe foot is just like literally taking so much product. I don't know how it does that. It's some freaking magic, but this concealer is magic. This is actually a little bit more on the thicker side, but it's so beautiful. This looks amazing underneath my eyes. It looks amazing on my skin. It's so like hydrating without being too hydrating, without being too creamy. It's not slipping and sliding around. This will adhere to my skin, has great coverage, looks just stunning. I love the packaging too. And at this point in time, this is the product that I reach for all the time. Like all the time, I cannot put this one down. So I kept the best one for last. You guys, that was it. That was it. So I feel like I've decluttered quite a lot. So let me count all of these products. So these are the 25 different formulas that I'm going to be keeping. I know it looks like a little bit more product just because I do have multiple shades, you know, in one formula sometimes. So it does appear like more product here, but there are 25 different formulas and 37 formulas that I'm decluttering. So I did declutter more than half of my concealers. I don't think I'm going to show you like my drawer. I mean, you can see how it's going to look at the end. It's just so much better. I cannot believe I have decluttered so much. This was very successful. I'm so happy with the outcome. And this was really needed. This was a declutter that I needed to do because concealers were one of the categories where I really just had to get rid of a lot of also expired things. So I'm really happy with this result. I'm gonna try and link some of these, like some of my favorite ones in my description box down below if you want to go and check them out. That would be so wonderful. Thank you so much for all of your support. And if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell in order to get notified for more content. I'm not sure which category I'm going to be tackling next. Again, I'm not going to like declutter all of my products, all of the categories, but I feel like it could be either foundations or setting powder. Until then, please do take care. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.